So my name is Rebecca Coltart and I'm one of the solicitors in the family team at Macnabs. We do all areas of family law, whether it be child contact, residence, all the way through to separation and divorce. And one thing that I think a lot of people don't maybe realise is that to get to divorce, there's quite a lot that needs to be looked at first. Your main ground for divorce in Scotland is that the marriage is broken down irretrievably, and the way to prove that, there are different options available, and your different ways to establish that the marriage is broken down irretrievably are either adultery, unreasonable behaviour of your spouse, not you, 1 year separation with consent, and 2 year separation without consent. And there can be lots of different reasons why a client might use a certain ground, depending on behaviour of parties, such as if there's unreasonable behaviour or adultery and matters need to be moved on quite quickly. That can help get an action to court quite quickly. But usually we would always try and say to clients that can be really costly going straight to court, and the best way to do it would be to take a pause and look at the finances of the marriage. If there's children under the age of 16, looking at care arrangements for the kids and seeing if matters can be negotiated between parties first, before even going near looking to get divorced. And at that point, it may be that your ways to prove your ground of divorce for 1 year separation with consent or 2 year separation without consent are actually more economical, and also allow for maybe a more amicable separation. Yeah, so it can be a really stressful and sometimes traumatic experience for anybody. And I think here at Macnabs, where we differ from potentially other places you could go and get advice from, is we're very much aware of emotions can be high, there can be trauma, and we have colleagues that are trauma informed. I work very closely with the Scottish Women's Rights Centre, and I've done all my trauma training with them, and where there's difficult topics that need to be discussed, we always make sure it's done at a pace that our clients are comfortable with, and making sure that they feel comfortable when they come in to speak to us about it, and it's done in the way that they want to speak about it, whether that may be writing everything down on a piece of paper for us to look at afterwards, or if it's a case of not having in-person meetings and doing it virtually. Whatever the client feels most comfortable with, we will always make sure that it's done with their best interest.